Welcome back, everybody, to the Stephen Bobby Show. If you guys did not watch our first segment on Bernie Sanders and his town hall meeting, please watch our first segment because there is some good, interesting stuff that Bernie Sanders touches on, especially his Medicare for All policy that he wants to put forth. So please do watch that. So here we are in what seems like forever on the presidential candidates that seem to be kind of weaseling their way into the top, right? So we touched on these candidates that were coming up, right? We talked about Kamala Harris, we talked about Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, all the standard bearer Democrats that are coming out. All of them doing well, all of them had good policies, all of them talking about great things that maybe some of you all are interested in. But it's our job, and it's as an opinion show, to discuss the people that seem to be kind of having that little bright light. We would be failing in our job if we weren't doing that. And I want to talk about Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg literally came out of nowhere. This, to me, in my opinion. I mean, he is the mayor of Indiana. We talked about that. Been in Indiana. Yeah. He's a veteran. He's a Harvard scholar. He's a Rhodes Scholar. So that means that I think he went to, he did Harvard and went overseas somewhere, Oxford or somewhere. Smart guy. Raised a lot of money, $7 million. So he has somewhat of a decent war chest. In fact, the majority of his war chest came from the town hall meeting, or the town hall he did the other day, I think on CNN. I think that was 2 weeks ago now, where he did a town hall. Most of his the money that he got was from that. Now, if everybody's been watching the situation that's been happening in France, they had the Notre Dame Cathedral burn, a majority of it burned. Mm-hmm. They don't have no idea what started that, what caused that fire. And something kind of interesting came about on this when we're talking about our presidential candidates and those that are out there. And I kind of want you to watch this first video. And this is Pete Buttigieg. Well, I'll let you watch it. Let the video explain itself. Go ahead.
Peuple de France, je voudrais dire que nous partageons la douleur aujourd'hui, que la cathédrale de Notre-Dame, c'était comme un cadeau à l'espèce humaine. Et nous partageons la douleur, mais aussi nous vous remercions de ce cadeau à la civilisation.
So,
You understood him?
No. Okay. I saw that, right? I saw that the other day. I actually saw it live. I saw that they had that back and forth going on. He was actually talking to another reporter, and he was talking to a reporter, perfect English or whatever, and then, they had another reporter that spoke some French or did something, and he just, bam, fluent. And I'm like, this guy speaks fluent French? There ain't no way this guy speaks. How did I miss this part, right? And then I did some research. I went back and started looking this guy up, and I found out that this guy speaks some other stuff. It's not just French. Check this video out.
Je suis Pete Buttigieg de South Bend, Indiana. Peuple de France, je voudrais dire que nous partageons la douleur aujourd'hui, que la cathédrale de Notre-Dame, c'était comme un cadeau à l'espèce humaine. أهلا وسهلا أنا بيت بوتيجيج رئيس مدني في مدينة ساوث بند إنديانا. Hay que establecer un sentido de inclusión en nuestro país y no solamente en el asunto de inmigración, pero en todos los asuntos económicos y los asuntos de seguridad que estamos juntos. Salam, Pete Buttigieg hasta. Sí, claro, ma y tutta la perspectiva europea tanto importante. Scusi, difficile dimenticate molto, ma sorry, I'm out of Italian too. Salam, Pete Buttigieg hesta. Jag glömde så mycket av norska språk. Hvordan var du lærte på? Jeg har lagt en bok som heter Norsk nordmenn og Norge. Då jag bodde i Chicago, vi hade en kyrka, norska lutherska minikyrka, som hade ett präst som var norsk.
So just in case you didn't see the last part, okay, the guy speaks 7 different languages. He speaks Norwegian, Spanish, Italian, Maltese, Arabic, Dari, and French. The last part, he was saying, he was speaking in Norwegian. and he was telling the reporter, the Norwegian reporter, that the Norwegian reporter asked him,
Right.
"How did you learn? How did you learn Norwegian?" And this is exactly what he said. There was a book that was translated from Norwegian to English that he was interested in. When he read the book, it didn't make any sense, but he knew he was a good author. So he basically taught himself Norwegian. And then he went back and read the book in their native tongue. This guy is no joke. So I was floored by that. I don't know how many people out there are floored by that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just easily floored. I don't know.
It's a good talent, right?
Yeah.
To understand other languages. But I think what's very important here is to know that he will do whatever it takes to be able to speak with other folks diplomatically. Right.
Yeah.
He understands their culture. He'll get in there and do things, and he'll be able to talk to them. Mm-hmm. You know, I could picture Donald Trump right now in a meeting going, "What do you say? What do you say?
That is.
He said something bad. I know he said something bad, right?
Exactly
what
do
you say?" Thinking. But Pete Buttigieg understands dialect. He understands the words that they use. He understands the culture there. That he makes the effort to do something to give better respect. By the mere fact, he wanted to like the book because he knew that it was a good author.
Yeah.
He went and taught himself that so he could appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
He likes to see things from a different perspective. And so that goes well. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there that will say, no, English is the only thing that you have to know, and that's the best thing, and this guy is giving too much credit to everybody else. No, sorry. If you want to stay with English, I'm going to tell you right now, his English is a lot better than the current president's English. He uses 4-syllable words. You know?
Oh, my gosh.
So, but it's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Not a tool for, technically, to push him against another candidate.
No.
But very, very good, very impressive. Something that we learn more about these candidates every day.
Yeah, and when I see things like this, and I see someone that respects the fact of, because, in order to learn another language, you have to respect it. Mm-hmm. You have to understand it. You have to have that willingness to want to understand it, right? And just by him making that effort shows me that this guy can at least listen to other nations. And it's obvious he's not a nationalist, mm-hmm. right? Because nationalists would not be speaking other languages. So anyway, I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. It was an interesting thing to see when I saw that. But he brings something a little bit different. Yep. Okay, so Pete Buttigieg is actually married. He's married. He's gay.
Yes.
So he brings that element also.
Yes.
And he's a veteran. Brings that element. He's a captain in the Army. So he brings that element also. But one thing that I like that Pete Buttigieg has done was a lot of the things, the standard barriers that the Republicans love to have, like religion, faith. Pete Buttigieg he's big faith. I mean, he is deep into the faith issue. He's a big Christian, and he believes in his faith dearly. And I want people to listen to what just listen to this. I want you guys to watch this video of Pete Buttigieg when he's discussing about religion and his gayness.
Right.
Okay, listen.
My marriage to Chasten has made me a better man. And yes, Mr. Vice President, it has moved me closer to God. You may be religious and you may not. But if you are, and you are also queer, and you have come through the other side of a period of wishing that you weren't, then you know that message, this idea that there is something wrong with you, is a message that puts you at war not only with yourself, but with your Maker. And speaking only for myself, I can tell you that if me being gay was a choice, it was a choice that was made far, far above my pay grade. And that's the thing I wish the Mike Pences of the world would understand. That if you got a problem with who I am, your problem is not with me. Your quarrel, sir, is with my Creator.
So that's, if you want to fight the Republicans and you want to fight them in the trenches, that's how you do it.
Right. I mean, I think the one thing that we can also pay attention to is why did this message go out to Vice President Pence?
Oh, we know why.
Well, I think our viewers need to understand why.
Okay.
Some of them might not understand why. Why did he not say it to Donald Trump? Why did he say it to Vice President Pence?
What are you asking me? Because I can surely tell you.
Go for it.
So we all, Michael Pence is not very fond of those that are gay. He's not a big LGBTQ supporter. He doesn't believe in it. He believes that his spirituality with God separates his LGBTQ. Those two cannot be together. He believes that him being a Christian does not allow anyone to be gay. And he is very active. Let's remember that Pete Buttigieg is from Indiana, where Mike Pence was governor. Mike Pence was governor of Indiana. And them two have battled it out on this issue in their home state. So there's that element also. So there's the element of the fact that Pete Buttigieg is gay and that Mike Pence don't like gay because he's made efforts to stop, that.
Oh, he's a believer in, look, in the old days before we knew what AIDS was, we called it GRIDS, gay-related immune deficiency syndrome.
It was called GRIDS.
It was called GRIDS before. And how derogatory can that be, right?
I remember
that it was only between men to men. I mean,
Yeah.
even today at blood transfusion center, blood donation centers, if you're gay and have had gay sex, male to male, you can't donate. A lot of places won't take the blood because of the high chance, they say, that of spread of AIDS, of HIV. Okay, and
So that's a question they ask her?
so now, Mike Pence, if you look at it, there's been efforts to remove funding for Ryan White and all that stuff because he still believes that I can look at him and listen to him and say he still believes that those who have AIDS have it because of men that are gay.
Yes.
Okay, so Mike Pence is the biggest homophobe on the planet, man. He's one of the biggest ones on the planet. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say that. And you know what? I mean, he is so against any. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to get rid of that they will not support. I mean, we just talked about it there, where if you feel that being gay is something that you have to let go of, that being gay is bad. I mean, today Medicaid still, in some places, still pays for conversion therapy. And in today's age, I think I've gone passed through it. Well, conversion therapy.
That's
some people
electric
think
shock?
conversion therapy is going from male to female, like converting, right? Conversion therapy is really, you're gay. Let's get you to believe you're not gay. Let's change you.
Oh, I see.
So whether it's through electric shock or whether it's through any kind of means of torture, anything that they do, they're doing it to make you not be gay anymore. Like that's, a choice. Somehow they're going to convince you not to be. And that stuff needs to be said. And coming from a presidential candidate, I think goes leaps and bounds.
Yeah, and it breaks the standard bearer threshold of just supporting gay ideas and gay legislation and all that. You actually have someone in there that is gay, that's married. I mean, think how crazy it would be if he came out of the Democratic primaries victorious, right, and is going up against Donald Trump. Oh, man, that would be really interesting to see. Just, I don't know. It's just stuff like that interests me. That's why I love politics. You have interesting stuff like this. It would just be lovely.
I'd hate to see that debate.
Oh, you're not a Buttigieg guy.
No. I mean, if he made, I like Budaj.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he debated him, I think Donald Trump would just fall all over himself,
or
he would be so offensive it would piss me off.
Yeah, it would piss.
You know what I mean?
People off.
And
turn people away.
And oh my goodness, and it would make his base even stronger.
Yeah. So I think I like this primary so far. It's not getting too physical yet. It's not getting too where they're killing.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's getting
but
there,
it's
guys.
not too bad yet.
Please, everyone, please.
Please.
Do the right thing. We just talked about what Bernie Sanders just did in his town hall.
Yeah.
It's about you. It's about what you believe in. It's about your platform. And let's do that in this primary. Like we talked about someone sneaking up through the ranks. Andrew Yang. He's out there not bashing anybody. He's talking about why he believes in UBI, universal basic income, why he believes in the different things that he wants to set up. And he's pushing that forward and letting people hear his issues, hear those ideals, and understand how that would make this country even better, how our people would be taken care of even better, how we'd have better opportunity. I mean, he's doing the opposite. I'm hearing him talk about trickle up now.
Yeah.
Instead of trickle down, it's trickle up economics. So, I mean,
You're feeling Yang.
He's sneaking through there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very well spoken.
Yeah.
Buttigieg is very well spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, Kamala Harris is these people are very well spoken. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, they make Donald Trump look like a kindergartner.
Yeah.
Just the way they speak
Yeah.
and they're out there.
And
so
I think that's and that's what we need.
Yeah.
We need this. We need candidates like that, and we need candidates that can explain, like in our segment one, when we were talking about Bernie Sanders. We need them to be able to explain their policies like that.
Yes.
You know, it's just, it's so effective when you're able to articulate what it is that you're proposing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, and it's very important, guys. During this primary, that's the only chance we have.
That's it.
So all the ideals that us as progressives or us as Democrats, that things that we believe in, this is our only time to explain it, because I'm going to tell you, once we pass primary, it's all about defending the attacks that the other person says.
Yep.
Okay. So we gotta be careful, and let's get all these explanations out. Now bash each other, and let's run through it.
Anyway, appreciate everybody. Meet us on the other side, because we're going to be talking about a little funny thing that happened with a judge, Carlton Reeves, and that said something about Donald Trump. So make sure that you tune in to segment 3. Appreciate you guys watching the Steve and Bobby Show. Meet us on the other side here.